thank you all for coming this evening. I'd also like to thank the heroes of this world for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Jen.
It's not a problem, little bro. I'm glad you guys made it.
What was that?
Something bad happening.
Is that...
No, it can't be. The fortress blew up, causing everyone who was left in the fortress to blow up with it.
Oh, hello again, Sunchipp.
Turbocharger.
That's right, Sunchipp. Although I highly doubt I'll be called Turbocharger or Keith anytime soon.
This sounds questionable.
Zip it, Pink Stripe! I know normally you have good aim, but that was horrible right there!
Are you through talking about Liese here?
You seriously don't know what to say on serious situations such as this, don't you, Sunchipp? I can go on all day talking about how pathetic you really are, but if I were to do that, I'd have to have a lot of patience to go through with that, since that'll last all day! But I have some things to do back in Morgensberg.
Morgensberg?
Something no human is allowed to know about whatsoever. But I may need your help, Jen.
Okay, I guess?
Sunchipp, what happened to we don't take anyone through the portal but us coming in? 𝕾𝖏𝖏 gave us.
Jen's my sister. She can help us out.
Having fun gossiping over there?
Yes, we are. You're welcome. How's about coming down here like a real man and fight?
Fighting you guys would be a waste of my time. I have more important things to do. I'll see you back in Morgensberg, Sunchipp.
Sunchipp, did you notice that vines were crawling out when he showed up?
I have a funny suspicion why that happened.
Oh?
Remember when we killed Ppihcnus back in Morgensberg?
Yeah, why?
Turbocharger somehow must have survived the explosion when we blew up the fortress, stealing the sword right after it all happened.
Is there any reason why this sword is so important?
Naturally.
Why is Butcher talking?
Butcher has a collar on him that can translate his thoughts. Therefore, we know what he's saying through his mind.
That's pretty cool, though it does sound a bit robotic.
Shoot. I keep forgetting to replace the batteries.
And I'd keep reminding you, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait again.
I'm sorry, Butcher. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that the sword of Ppihcnus gives anyone who grabs it the same abilities Ppihcnus had before he died. However, if the sword is in the wrong hands, that person has the ability to planify the entire world.
And that's a bad thing?
Naturally. The power of the vines from that sword are powerful enough to squeeze the life out of mankind.
Now that Turbocharger has the sword, he now has the ability to kill everyone in this world except for himself.
Which is why we gotta stop him.
You're not going anywhere without my help, Sunchipp.
How did you know I was here?
I was in the audience, but I know how these adventures of yours work. You could all get hurt without a doubt.
How so?
You have a robotic hand, dude.
Sunchipp.
I wanted to keep this a secret. But some things I guess you just can't keep secret.
But how?
I'll explain later. But if we're all going to take Turbocharger as a team, we may as well start now.
So, what's with the whole robotic hand thing, little bro?
Back when I first planted Ppihcnus, there was a time when Ppihcnus himself tried to rule over our world and planify it himself. During the process, he kidnapped Liese, and on my way to save her, I tried to stop Ppihcnus. But before I can successfully attack him with a good swing, he chopped off my arm with a sword.
And your partial plants abilities?
That's part of the whole thing when my arm was cut off. Ppihcnus had his own blood in the sword, which managed to crawl into my veins before he could replace my arm with this thing.
Wouldn't that have killed you, though?
That's what I thought at first, but some doctor told us that it's pretty harmless from what they tested.
Well, aside from this, we know Morgensberg is in trouble thanks to Turbocharger now. But at the moment, we can't do much unless we have full energy.
And that would be...
We normally stop at my aunt's first to refuel before we go to Morgensberg. I mean, I don't think anyone would want to go through a dangerous mission without getting anything to eat before we go through the portal.
I can tell you something. I'm getting pretty hungry.
You don't say.
What?
Dude, your stomach's been growling ever since we left. It's kinda obvious.
Wait till we reach Morgensberg and he tries some of those nice and juicy griffin wings.
We better hurry back.
know why they think they have the strength to fight me. I'm too powerful! I can handle a group of adventurers!
Ever since you stole the sword of Ppihcnus, my lord.
I didn't steal it! It doesn't count as stealing if it was stabbed into a rotting corpse, does it?
My lord, you better take a peek at this.
What is it this time, you buffoon?
I have Grantilda's crystal ball, just like you told me to go after.
Oh, you deplorable dunderhead! This isn't Grantilda's crystal ball! This is a griffin egg!
I mean, at least we have breakfast, right?
Why, you...
I'll go!
Well, hey, Sunchipp. What's going on?
Just thinking.
Well, sugar, don't stand there stumbling. What's on your mind?
It's my first time in a few years since I've seen my sister. And, well, I don't know. Do you think it was wise to reveal this?
Well, it's a part of you, Sunchipp. If anything, you did the right thing by showing Jen what has happened to you. That way she knows what you've been going through. Trust me, you did the right thing.
I know, but it feels like it was too soon.
Well, there's no time better than soon, Sunchipp. There's probably some things that Jen hasn't told you either, that she may need to get off her chest to you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, good night, Sunchipp. Oh, and be careful out there. Don't get hurt.
Good night, Sarah.
Hey, hero.
Well, hey, little miss.
Of course. Hey, I noticed you looked a bit down today. Is it because what you did to Jen earlier?
Honestly, yeah. She's never seen my robotic hand, and I didn't want to reveal it just yet. I mean, yes, it's good to wait, but at the same time, things are better off shown earlier than you plan, I guess.
Well, I do gotta admit, she was shocked and disgusted on how you took that fake skin off. But I don't think she'll mind you having that. You're still the same guy that rescued me from Ppihcnus.
And let's not forget about Sunchipp.
Yes, and him. But for now, like everyone else, we should probably hit the bed before we head over to Morgensberg in the morning.
Agree.
Well, good night, hero.
Good night, my queen.
So this is Morgensberg, huh?
Beautiful, isn't it?
More than beautiful. I don't think there's even a word to describe this.
How's about exquisite or enthralling?
Alright, Butcher, I think we get it.
So, how smart is Butcher?
Smart as an average dog. Loyal, generous, and playful whenever he feels like it. But aside from the dog traits, Butcher has an IQ of a super genius, so he's a pretty smart dog.
You have an example, Sunchipp?
Sure. Hey, Butcher, tell me an interesting fact.
Most cats are lactose intolerant. If you find your cat is vomiting, gassy, gurgly, or has diarrhea, you should stop feeding your cat milk.
I don't know if that was a fact worth hearing at this time, bud.
Ooh, I have an interesting one.
Sure, go for it.
Why not share a fact about Deaf Leopard?
Wyckoff, also known as the Thunder God, had his arm severed on December 31st, 1984, while attempting to pass another car at high speeds, causing him to lose control of his Corvette C4, which ended up hitting a stone drywall and into a field.
That's a well-known fact there.
Anything less dark?
Alright, but final fact though, there's some things we gotta get done here.
True. Yes.
An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain.
Interesting. What?
We gotta talk when we're done here.
Sunchipp?
Is that?
Grantilda?
Sunchipp, I need your help.
Relax. Take a few deep breaths and tell me what's going on here.
Turbocharger's sideman. Maxwell stole my crystal ball.
Why would he want your crystal ball?
Is that a witch?
I do believe so.
Turbocharger's been trying to get his hands on my crystal ball ever since he took the sword of Ppihcnus. From what I see in the cauldron, he plans on using it to find a way on finding your exact location.
Honestly, I kind of find this funny because he told us that we're too weak for his time.
But we beat him before. Why would he still think we're too weak?
And something like this, it's because he's afraid of all of us.
What do you mean?
I'm saying the reason why he could have the sword from the very beginning is because he never found his true strength. I mean, think about it. The only thing he can do is use the sword's ability to wipe us out like you told me before, little bro.
Bingo!
What?
The blood of a plant can turn anyone almost invincible. Cause them to survive long falls, camouflage within their surroundings, feel dangerous activity. This power is surrounding him and his evil is causing him to overcome his fears by force.
But I have actual plant in my blood. Why do I not know half of these abilities?
You do, Sunchipp. You know very little. You still have a lot to learn about your abilities.
So, what'll happen if I don't fully understand my abilities?
Then your daughter's gonna plantify your world without knowing she has plant in her blood.
But I don't have a daughter, Grantilda.
It's Grantilda Sunkisk.
Sunchipp.
Alright, you two. We have 2 worlds to save here, so I suggest we save the chit-chat for another time here. Turbocharger can probably see what we're up to by now for all we know.
And you're right, Pink Stripe! Oh, and thanks for snatching this crystal ball, Maxwell.
Anything, my lord. When we finally get Sunchipp for his power, we can...
Hold it! Did you say we?
Yes, my lord, I did.
There is no we, Maxwell. There's only me, and there's only gonna be me.
I see.
Now that I'm in possession of the sword and the crystal ball, I will be both Morgensberg's and Terra's worst nightmare. All of the energy coming from both forces, merging into one, will make me the most powerful man alive. Those who refuse to bow before me will receive instant death through each hole in their faces, and I will be known as Terra's new god!
Seems like a lot to accomplish with such little time.
Shut up, you incompetent imbecile!
Imbecilin'?
This is why I prefer to be evil alone!
I could have sworn you said you were gonna hire a bunch of bandits?
Bandits?
Yeah, you were gonna have them try to sneak away any loose items Sunchipp would have whenever he comes into Morgensberg.
You might have something here.
I do? I mean, I know I have a bit of money.
Zip it, you bubble-headed booby! I mean, you might have something when it comes to these bandits. If we know who the worst bandits of northern Morgensberg are, then we may have a little plan. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right?
From the moonlight, so pretty in the sky, reflecting off the cliffside to fill this wholesome night. I see ancient creatures rise beneath the starry view. They're casting spells of wonder in ways we never knew. I hear creatures flying. Watch them grow, they emerge more, and we'll live and know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Enthralling, I'd say. I never knew Morgensberg's moon was so big.
Morgensberg alone is a pretty big dimension, bigger than Earth. And we're just in the northern part of it.
Just the northern part?
Yep, and each area is ran by a different ruler of these specific lands. King Malik runs the northern lands, Queen Grantilda runs the southern, King Draco runs the eastern, and Queen Artemis runs the western lands.
But if each area has a ruler of those lands, then why are there other rulers in the same lands?
Each land's ruler permits others to govern their areas. Say, for example, our orange for a president who runs the country. Governors manage states and mayors control cities. But all must follow Trump. The same can be said with each kingdom in Morgensberg.
That makes sense. Hey, little bro? How come you wanted to keep this robotic hand of yours a secret?
Well, I didn't know how you were going to react. I didn't know if you were going to be scared or shocked or something in those lines. So I covered it up with fake skin and thought it would be good to hide what was going on during the whole thing with Ppihcnus.
Sunchipp, If Mom were still alive, she wouldn't have wanted to see you hide a part of you and be ashamed of it. Little girl, that arm tells a story that can easily be remembered. Just like the scars I have from fighting all these abusive people who wanted to use me instead of have a true relationship.
Yeah, I know you enjoy writing and recreating music, but maybe something like this shouldn't really be performed with these kind of people.
I know.
So, you weren't scared when you first saw that I had this?
Little bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Seeing your robotic hand might have been a shocker when I first saw it, but to me, now, I say it looks cool on you. That same goes for that tattoo there.
Thanks, sis.
No problem, little bro.
Well, if we're gonna retrieve the sword and the crystal ball, we may as well get some sleep.
Agreed. Good night, little bro.
Good night.
You saw that too?
Yeah. What do you make of it, Butcher?
It's the foot of an 11-year-old boy.
Why would some 11-year-old kid want to come up here?
This wasn't just an 11-year-old boy, Sunchipp. The way these chalks are positioned, and by the way they smell, this boy is most likely a bandit.
A bandit?
Indeed.
Sunchipp, you might want to come look at this.
What's up?
Look.
It's on the same footprint. That child was a bandit.
What would a bandit do with our stuff, though?
Beats me. What?
How many more cans do you have left?
Enough to last me for a long time.
I could always see why you were called the odd one of the family.
Yep, and I'm alright with that.
I am too.
Well, let's get heading to Turbocharger's castle. We have 2 worlds to save.
You meandering mental midget! Just what kind of a bandit are you?
You called for the best bandit in northern Morgensberg. What else would you expect?
I expected someone to go to where Sunchipp sleeps and get me what is important and valuable. And here, the 5-star ranked bandit is a child!
Well, Sunchipp considers Mountain Dew to be an important value to him. I did as you commanded.
Huh. So it seems. But aside from the Mountain Dew, I was expecting something far more important to Sunchipp. One that could help me outwin over both of our worlds and rule all the land. That's actually pretty good. It's been a while since I've had one of these.
My lord, this is important.
What do you want, you deplorable dummy?
Look through the crystal ball.
Well, if this isn't those supposed heroes, Sunchipp and his poor excuse of a crew, what are they up to this time?
If I must inform you, by the looks of things, they seem to be coming straight towards us.
What?
What else would they be doing out here? Ever since they found out the crystal ball was stolen, they would be finding a way up here.
Not just the crystal ball, but the sword too! I made it clear! They know I I have the sword. I made it clear when it came to me interrupting that bloody concert of his sisters.
You also managed to stumble upon a drink, I see.
Never mind the drink. All I want is something that Sunchipp desires the most. And by the looks of things, I may know what we could sneak away from him.
If it's sneaking something, leave it to me, sir.
You, child, are gonna be needing help. You can't seem to do your job correctly, so allow me to use this sword's abilities to make you a partner. You and Skinny will take Sunchipp's most important thing that belongs to him. Once we have what is ours, we will go up into Terra and take over all the land!
Sunchipp, what's wrong?
This isn't one of those things that lead you into seizures again, is it?
No, I'm getting a negative sense for the sword. It was used improperly.
What do you mean?
The only way for the sword to bring someone back from the dead is to give a soul sacrifice. Yeah, it'll cause the user to die, but it'll help with the person they love the most.
He's right. There was a time when Solante's chip shot me in the chest. And Ppihcnus managed to sacrifice his soul for mine. Which explains why I'm still here.
But now with the sword in the wrong hands, anything can happen, which is why we gotta get that sword back.
What else did you send, Sunchipp?
Life was given without a soul sacrifice. The only way this can happen is if there are vines or grass controlling the bones' movements, giving the illusion of a skeleton walking around and doing human-like things. Knowing Turbocharger, there could only be one reason why he's doing this.
And that is...
It could be connected to the bandit situation we had earlier, when a Mountain Dew can was stolen.
He probably needed a second one to help out with the previous bandit.
Of course. Remember, judging by the way the bandit's foot tracks were, we estimated him to be at least 11 years old. Kids will listen to whoever they want these days, and with Turbocharger being the kid's leader, I have an idea.
Uh-oh, that's dangerous.
Look, if those bandits listen to Turbocharger, then we need a disguise that looks exactly like him.
Good thinking. But, where are you gonna get an outfit similar to his around here?
And how are you gonna find a way to sound exactly like him?
So let me get this straight. You want to disguise as Turbocharger to send those bandits back to where they belong?
Yepers.
And you need a voice disguise potion?
Yep.
Well, lucky for you, I might have just the thing you need.
Are you sure this is gonna work, Sunchipp?
I'm positive. Grunty hasn't let us down before.
That's Grantilda.
Nicht jetzt.
Tu das jetzt nicht, Sunchipp.
Es tut uns leid.
𝕬𝖉𝖆𝖊𝖗.
Not that either. Aha. Bingo.
I heard bingo. Who won?
Wrong bingo, dipstick.
Use this wisely, Sunchipp. Not only will it disguise you as the person you want to be for a short period of time, but it actually turns you into the person giving you their voice and height.
It sounds good enough to me.
Skinny, look. That's them over there.
Sure looks that way.
And by the looks of things, they're coming this way. Quick, hide!
Sunchipp, can we rest for a bit?
We gotta keep moving, Dennis. I know you're not used to walking far distances, but this is something we can't stop and wait for.
Hey, Sunchipp, how about calling Viles to give him a ride?
Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Hey, buddy. Long time no see.
Wow. Wait, when did Sunchipp get a horse?
Ever since we needed to find a way to get to the fortress.
Well, Liese, you think he'll be able to help us out?
I don't see why not.
Wait, Sunchipp, I'm lost here. You call your horse, and Liese goes to ask him for assistance?
When people live in Morgensberg or recruited here, some, if not most people, are granted with special abilities. Liese's ability? She can communicate with animals.
Awesome! Hey, if I come here more often, what kind of abilities would I be getting?
I mean, you already gave yourself an ability, a musical ability. But in Morgensberg, we can only find out because there's more abilities here than what we have on Earth.
Gotcha.
I'm on it, Liese.
Well, are we off or what?
I'll say so. Come on, gang. We have worlds to save.
That horse couldn't be something important to Sunchipp, can it?
I don't know. We weren't told on what Sunchipp's most important value is.
Alright. Well, we may as well follow then, because maybe Sunchipp will spill the beans.
I don't think Sunchipp has any beans.
Please, do not say that again.
Typically nocturnal, 𝕾𝖚𝖕𝖊𝖓
Where's Maxwell with my griffin wings? I ordered him to get me those a half hour ago! What are they doing following Sunchipp around? I told them to give me what he personally cares about! Can this thing make some sort of vortex call or something?
To make a vortex call, please cast out the vortex call spell.
How am I supposed to know what the spell is?
Here are a list of spells for your cauldron.
Oh, no! I want the spell for a vortex call!
I'm sorry, but your call cannot be sent through a vortex at this time.
I'm stuck with a useless crystal ball that can't even send messages to these incompetent idiots. Well, that seems more like it. They hide when Sunchipp and them stops for a bit. That way they won't be seen. Impressive.
Sorry I'm late, my lord.
That took you long enough.
Well, you see, there was this turtle in the hallway.
You babbling bird brain! Why would you let a bloody turtle get in the way of grabbing my griffin wings?
Animals that small shouldn't even be in the castle, my lord, so I had to let it out.
Guys, wait.
You heard that too.
I sure did.
It could be those bandits.
Most likely. You guys stay here. I'll be back.
Wait, Sunchipp. What if the bandits try to take off with us?
Good point. I'll hide behind Vildas.
Smart move.
Hello there.
Looks like I was right about the age pot.
Kid, don't you think it's a bit dangerous to be carrying a knife on you?
Jen, it's Morgensberg. They wouldn't care. Besides, they're bandits. What else can we do?
Good point.
Enough with the talk, lady. We came for Sunchipp as Turbocharger commanded us.
Is that so?
Yes. Wait, how did you get here?
That's none of your concern. Just go back to the castle and wait for me, as I take these people as prisoner myself.
You're one confused leader.
Yes, sir. On my way, sir.
Alright, Sunchipp. Looks like Grantilda's potion really works.
I know! I even found out how to get rid of the effect!
What did you think?
That was awesome. Hey, how many people do you think you can impersonate?
I could probably do that with everyone I know. But if I did that, I think a lot more people would hate me. As if I don't have enough people who already do.
I understand, but there always is a way to turn into those who you hate just to pick on them.
True, but as of now, I'd rather use this for good instead of stupid reasons. I may have a couple ideas already when it comes to going into Turbocharger's castle. But you guys are going to have to stick with me on this one, okay?
Will do.
Well, shall we call for a group huddle?
Yes. Gather around, people. I have a little plan.
Look at these malicious morons gathering up to plan their little schemes. You know, I question when these despotic dunces are gonna give up. They know for a fact they can't take me down. I'm too powerful for them.
Maybe, but remember, Sunchipp has a robotic hand. He's able to take anyone out.
Nobody cares about the robotic hand. I know the thing can turn into a powerful cannon. And that was because of this. If there was a way where I can get the technology working so I can reactivate the tanker drone, then I will finally get rid of Sunchipp for good! Although, I want to be included in this fight since I made that sound like I left myself out.
Honestly, I don't know how reactivating something like that will be helpful.
You mindless Morgensberger! The technology used for Sunchipp's robotic hand is the same technology used for the tanker drone!
Okay, I guess.
What are you two bubble brains doing here?
You told us to come back here, sir.
What?
Yeah, you came out of nowhere, told us you were gonna take Sunchipp's friends as prisoners.
How could I be over there when I was sitting here the entire time?
You think somehow you found a way to walk there with super speed?
I don't have super speed, you bulbous pumpkin! I was granted with telekinesis, which means aside from using the sword as power and the crystal ball to be my all-seeing eye, I am the most powerful ruler these two worlds have ever seen!
Don't you mean has yet to see?
Shut up, you cackling cuckoo!
Okay.
So wait, if that wasn't you out there, then what would you make of this?
The witch!
A witch?
Grantilda! The one I sent Maxwell to snatch my crystal ball away from! She must have gave Sunchipp something to turn into me!
So, we were talking to Sunchipp this entire time?
My lord, you gotta take a peek at this!
That can't be right!
I'm seeing some sort of bounty hunter coming in with a bunch of prisoners!
Yeah, but I didn't call in for a bounty hunter.
I called for a pizza. That was it. Ow!
Sunchipp, do we really have to all be prisoners?
Quit your bawling, Dennis. Sunchipp knows what he's doing.
A master of disguise knows something. I feel like he's gonna get us all killed.
Sunchipp will never find a way to kill any of us. He's too much of a caring guy.
Guys, please, we need to keep it down. Yeah, it might cause
cause you guys to be in a dungeon, but as long as you guys stay in there, you'll be safer away from Turbocharger's powers.
Well, at least I'm not being locked up by a villain for bad usage.
Okay, let me just adjust the voice settings here, and we should be good to go.
Are you the one known as Turbocharger?
Yes? Why?
I was informed that you needed something that belonged to Sunchipp that he treasures. I found his friends just standing there while Sunchipp was out of sight.
Perfect! With his friends in my sight, I can use them to inform me on what's going on! And if they don't talk, I'll just find a way to sever their heads! Oh, yes! You know, I should have hired you a long time ago instead of these cumbersome clods. Take them to the dungeon till I find out what I can use them for.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, I guess. Look, what are we supposed to do while we're down here? Have a game of charades?
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna make myself look like a fool, flailing my arms around like a headless chicken.
Well, you guys trust this plan? If it works out fine, we're gonna be safe.
And if it doesn't?
We die.
Nobody is gonna die on my watch. Butcher is here to keep an eye on you guys, so if something goes wrong, I'll get a loud, irritating beeping sound coming through my hand.
Just what we need. A place where nobody gets caught. And here, your hand is gonna beep.
Also, Turbocharger isn't gonna find a way to get in here anyway.
Wait, what?
I managed to sneak the key in when Turbocharger wasn't looking.
Way to go, Butcher! Remind me to give you extra treats when we get home.
Treats? I bet 𝕬𝖫𝖊𝖓 biscuits. Or a juicy pig.
Alright. Wish me luck.
Sunchipp, wait. Be careful, hero.
I will. I promise.
So, what now?
Anyone want to play some tunes?
I think the term you're looking for is rock out.
After we found out that Sunchipp was being you through Grantilda, how are we supposed to trust this bounty hunter?
I don't! For all I know, it could have been Sunchipp locking up his friends so he can try to steal the crystal ball.
That must be it. But where's the sword?
The sword, sir?
The sword is in good hands. Somewhere where nobody can find it. What did you do with the sword anyway, Maxwell?
Well, my lord, after you told me to hide it somewhere where nobody can find it, I completely forgot.
You blistering buffoon! I didn't tell you to forget where you put it. And who knows? If Sunchipp's really the bounty hunter, that means he could use his powers to find the sword!
Ugh, nice job, Maxwell, but yes, TC, this does make it easier for me.
Should we go search for it?
No, let's just stand here looking like a tree. Of course we should go and find it, you bumbling bonehead!
What a bunch of idiots he's hired. Let me try something. Whoa, Grantilda was right. This does make finding the sword a bit easier. You really did hire a bunch of idiots. Lucky for me, I have an idea. Bingo. But how am I going to find a way to get him to not notice me? Huh, neat. Now we're to slip by and scare the living 𝕾𝖚𝖕𝖊𝖓 out of him.
Okay, very funny, Maxwell. Now, give me the sword!
Why should I, turbocharger?
What?
You stealing what rightfully belongs to me should be a cruel way to get punished. If it comes down to it, I'll rip that helmet off and crush your little brain like a grape.
Nobody removes this helmet, Ppihcnus. Not even my fat, dead mother. You're just a weak, pathetic plant who can't find his true personality. First, you're evil. And now, all of a sudden, you helped Sunchipp blow up the fortress.
I found out I was doing wrong just by looking around me. Every single vine and tree that I rooted should never be able to casually move and kill. Each plant in life helps humans live their normal lives, not destroy mankind alone.
You live up to nature too much. No one in this forsaken world should rely on plant life.
Okay, so what? I guess you all just stop breathing and die. We do more than anyone else, turbocharger. You try being a plant and the most powerful human there is. It's gonna end up killing you.
We'll just have to see.
Man, I hope Sunchipp's alright up there.
We'll just have to see, homegirl. If Sunchipp knows what he's doing, we should let him be.
I know, but I feels like something's wrong.
Hey, you guys would have happened to see a sword here, wouldn't you?
As far as I know, I haven't got a clue.
As far as I know, that bounty hunter of yours was going to go talk turbocharger about it.
That's funny, because I don't recall seeing a bounty hunter here. I do know I saw Ppihcnus in a fight with turbocharger.
What?
Yeah, before I came here, I was gonna tell turbocharger that none of us could find the sword. But when I saw he was busy, I thought I'd just leave him be.
He's right. I saw him in a fight. I don't know if turbocharger's gonna beat him, but in all honesty, you guys know Ppihcnus more than anyone else does. So if anything, I suggest you guys should try to help out.
But wait, don't you guys work for turbocharger?
Well, yeah, but what am I gonna do with a random person? I'm only 11 years old, and this guy is just a pile of bones and vines growing out of his joints.
And jaw, don't forget my jaw.
Can it, Mr. Funnybone?
So, what should we do?
He's your boyfriend, Liese.
Yeah, but he's also your brother. We should help him out.
What?
Look, I don't care if Turbocharger takes over the world or not. As long as Sunchipp is in our lives, still protecting all of us like he normally does, then we gotta do what it takes to help him out. It's our duty to do what's best for him, as well as it's his job to do the best for us.
Jen, if Sunchipp wouldn't have taken you along, you would have been up on Earth questioning what's going on. If anything is currently happening on Earth as of now because of Turbocharger, you would have probably been dead. Sunchipp saved you, Jen.
And as with you, Dennis, if you wouldn't have shown up, we wouldn't have been able to, lost on words here.
Be of medical assistance in case anything goes wrong?
Yes. I mean, what if one of us managed to break a leg during our time?
I think Sunchipp already did that, Liese.
It's best not to mention the four-wheeler accident at this moment, but you know what I mean.
Sure do.
Look, all of us are a team, and even if you bandits over there still want to help us and take down Turbocharger, feel free to join in, because believe it or not, but he's not going to pay you a single cent. Together, we can end up teaming up to defeat one evil man.
Well, what do you say, Skinny?
Well, if it's a bone he wants to pick with us, then we should turn the table and take one of his bones to pick with.
Alright, now we're talking. Let's get out there and kick some turbo ass.
You really think you can defeat me, Ppihcnus? Or are you still too weak?
I'm never too weak to wield my own power. Even in my darkest hour, I still got what it takes to bring you down.
I don't believe that you have the strength of a dragon, Ppihcnus. If anything, you're weaker than my 86-year-old grandmother's jokes. And believe me when I say, they are quite weak.
Okay, looks like Sunchipp drank the potion and turned into Ppihcnus. That makes sense.
In what way?
Ppihcnus, or Sunchipp in this case, has the sword of Ppihcnus. Disguising as the owner of the sword, that being Ppihcnus, he could get the sword back easily, which he already succeeded with.
Okay, but what about the crystal ball? Turbocharger has that thing attached to his staff. How are we supposed to get it?
Forgetting someone?
That'll do. Skinny, is it possible to stretch out a bit?
I'm not just Bone Liese, I have Vine controlling my every move.
Then you are the answer to getting the crystal ball back for us. I need you to sneak behind the throne and reach for it. Just don't get caught doing it.
Will do, Commander.
Nice. But just call me Liese, okay?
Do you give up yet, plant?
Maybe. In your dreams!
Trust me, I don't need to be dreaming for you to give up. Just like Sunchipp, you're just another disappointment. Oh, I could be mistaken on that bounty hunter too. For all I know, it was Sunchipp all along. And besides, how would you get in here when I have no way for outsiders to even enter my impenetrable fortress?
You're forgetting I'm a plant. I could slither my way in here if I really needed to. And getting my sword back is the reason why I could have slithered in here.
How am I supposed to know if you're really Ppihcnus or not? For all I know, you could still be Sunchipp behind the mask!
Oh no, he's gonna be noticed.
That's bad, right?
You bet it is.
You think you're so smart, Turbocharger? From what I heard, Sunchipp is currently on his way here to save his friends. I heard about the bounty hunter, Turbocharger. You don't have to lie about your actions.
Oh, who says I'm lying? I'm just saying, all of this is way too suspicious. First, a random bounty bounty hunter with his friends. And now you show up when the bounty hunter disappeared. When are you going to show your true self?
When the time comes for you to shut your pie hole!
My water!
Oh no.
Oh boy.
You clumsy clump.
Well, I was right all along. Pretty sneaky, trying to get away with the sword and the crystal ball. But like I told you, Sunchipp, you're just too weak for me. You gotta find your inner strength. And when you do, then you can come up to me, and maybe you will have a chance to stop me. But either way, if any of us wins, I still won't have much to worry about anymore.
TC, you don't know what you're doing!
Oh, I think I know exactly what I'm doing, Sunchipp. You and your friends won't be able to stop me, no matter how hard you try. If anything, you lock your friends in the dungeon. You may as well lock yourself in there as well. Oh, wait. I have a better idea. Are you comfortable, Sunchipp?
And to be honest, I kinda have a neck thing, and it's kinda like a carpal tunnel deal, but with your neck, if that's even a thing.
Enough! Now I won't have to worry about you trying anything to escape. Yet again, I don't see how any one of you would, since you're all chained up.
Never thought I'd actually be in a cage. Now I see why people say you can't have a dog in a cage.
It's actually illegal, Butcher. You were just one who never received that treatment.
I know, Liese.
Well, I hope everyone has fun while I take over both of these worlds. I have a lot in mind.
Permission to guard a dungeon door, sir?
You won't be doing this alone. Skinny, stay here with the boy.
Will do.
I'll see you in hell, Sunchipp.
I'm sorry, Sunchipp.
Why? You guys did nothing to deserve being strapped up against the wall.
But we did try everything to help get what we needed to get back.
I suppose so.
Come on, little bro, keep your chin up. We're at least still together.
Right now, it's not in a way where we can move freely. I can't even reach the dew that's in my pocket.
Yeah, I guess.
Best bet would just be to sit here until Turbocharger thinks of a way to use us as props. Or with me, weapons.
Excuse me, hello, Sunchipp. You know how to get us out of this mess like this.
Yeah, when I'm not locked up.
Hey, remember you were locked up too? Remember you climbed the post just to set me free? Well, yeah, you had to shoot yourself free, but then you came after me.
Hold on. Say that again.
You were locked up too?
No. The other bit, the last bit.
You had to shoot yourself free?
Yes! Liese, do you still have your gun in your pocket?
Well, yes, actually. How come?
You have free usage of your arms. If anything, you could shoot these things off my wrist so I could get down and free everyone else.
Hey, that's a good idea, Liese.
Yeah, but I'm afraid I'm going to miss my target.
Someone with a sharp eye missing? Liese, I think you're just afraid to shoot somebody with good looks.
No! Okay, yes.
Trust me, you're not gonna shoot me. You're just gonna shoot the cuffs off my wrist. Think of it as you being me when we first met.
Okay.
I'm fine. I broke the fall with my face.
That's gotta make you feel better at least.
Yeah, but in a sense of way, I would have liked it better if you would have shot my right cuff off first. But hey, who cares? Wait, how?
What can we say?
No, we're bandits.
Getting away from Turbocharger.
So, when you were out there fighting Turbocharger, Skinny over here snatched the crystal ball from Turbocharger when he wasn't looking.
Way to go, guys.
It was nothing, really.
Alright, time to bust out of here. If I were you, I'd stand back. Because this explosion is going to get pretty loud.
Well, yeah, best he bet his arms loaded with power.
Alright guys, Vildas is on his way here. Once you see him, I want you all to jump.
What? I'm not jumping.
Come on, it's not that far of a jump.
Oh, that kind of jump.
Yeah, get on quick. I hear a turbocharger coming. Lisa, you're staying with me. I have a plan.
What are you gonna do, Sunchipp?
You ready?
Always, hero. You know, if you can shoot out iron wings, doesn't that also mean you can turn into a full-on bionic dragon?
You know, honestly, I don't know.
It was an ability given to you by King Malik. So, if anything, I don't see how that can be a problem. Whoa! Cool!
Come on, Liese. We're going for a flight.
Oh, you bet. That was awesome.
What was that?
I don't know, but did you notice that Liese was on that thing?
Hi, guys.
Lisa, what are you doing up there?
Sunchipp's robotic hand turned himself into a bionic dragon.
That's awesome.
This means I can do this to beat Turbocharger all over again.
Sunchipp, may I ask how you plan on beating Turbocharger by being this?
I have my ways.
Guys, now that you have the crystal ball, you think you will be able to take back to Grantilda?
Sure thing, Lisa. But what are you and Sunchipp gonna do?
We're gonna hold a turbocharger for a bit.
Just please be careful, you two.
No worries, we will. Viles, buddy. Take them all to Grantilda's hut.
You can count on me. Everyone, hold on tight!
How is this possible? I made sure that they were all chained up nice and tight.
Did you check to see if their weapons were still in their pockets?
I knew I forgot something. Thanks for that.
No problem, my lord. Does this mean I get a cookie?
No, you do not get a cookie. Now my prisoners and my crystal ball are outside.
That also includes your bandits.
Yes, I know. Goes to show you shouldn't trust bandits. So, I shouldn't have trusted you when it came to talk to me into hiring them bandits in the first place!
I think you convinced yourself that, my lord.
It was not, you nickering ninny nincompoop!
Settle your arguments for later and try to make yourself look evil for once.
But how? You were just outside!
Oh, was I? Well, how's about I go back out?
Well, if it's a fight she wants, it's a fight she's gonna get. Game, huh?
Yep. I don't just have a strong eye when it comes to guns, TC. I also have a very good sense on who's coming to attack.
Oh, almost got me there.
This is actually pretty clever, Liese. What made him want to do this?
Well, he knows I'm not that good with a sword, which is why he wanted to do this. And with the argument of falling into the lake over there, so he doesn't stay as me for as long as we should be good.
That's interesting.
Sure is. You know, now that I see myself in front of my face without a mirror, I can see why Sunchipp chose me.
Honestly, I think Sunchipp saw the issues you are facing. He never goes by looks, Liese. He goes by personality.
Yeah, you don't see any people like that anymore.
You can say that again.
I always knew you had such weak arms, Liese. You weren't built to handle a sword.
Who says I wasn't made to handle a sword, TC?
You!
That's right, TC. And honestly, I don't need this sword either.
How are you supposed to win something like this if you don't have a sword to use?
I have something better than a sword.
Oh, this is going to be fun. How are you managing to keep up with me?
I'm pretty strong, Turbocharger. You forget that. My strength doesn't rely on stealing a powerful sword that leads me to become more powerful.
True, but here's the question you must ask yourself. Is your strength really used for the greater good? Or for something that requires you to waste your pathetic life trying to fight me when you already easily know that I'll be the one to slaughter you limb by limb?
I don't need to waste my time fighting you. I'm fighting for the two worlds. That's where my strength comes from.
Looks like you're using too much strength, Sunchipp.
Oh yeah? I don't think so.
Impossible!
Yes, but we're in Morgensberg. You forget that. Whenever somebody's recruited here, usually they're granted a special ability. Mine just so happens to be cooler than yours.
Go get him, Sunchipp.
Oh no.
5 seconds.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong, turbocharger? Can't seem to stay on my back.
Shut up, you mechanical monolith! Just let me climb on top of you so I can slay you!
Hang on, turbocharger. Things are gonna get pretty bumpy. Buckle up, Spanky. This one's gonna hurt.
No! Don't do it! Don't do it! You'll pay for this, Sunchipp!
Oh, will I? For all I know, you're the one who's going to pay for all the things that you've done wrong.
Maybe next time you should be sure to take an oxygen tank with you if you want to go scuba diving so bad. I don't think that helmet would cover it.
I'll admit, you are pretty strong. And now that you turn into this mecha dragon thing, it makes it a lot tougher for me.
Yeah, quit soaking up in your own fibs, turbocharger. We all know you're exhausted because you're just wet.
Stop being a wet blanket and soak your head, TC.
Sunchipp, can I go for a swim?
I wouldn't. There's a plesiosaur in there.
Wait, what?
Hey, do you need some help?
Go away, Sparky!
It's Maxwell.
Shut up, you bumbling cracker barrel!
Okay. Watch out for plesiosaur.
Oh, go jump off a cliff!
You know, we should get back to Grantilda and see how she's doing.
Hey, you finally said her name right.
So it seems. Come on, Butcher. Let's leave this pile of trash for the plesiosaur.
Oh, just what I need. You guys aren't coming to get me out of this mess!
I might not be, but the guards from Malik's castle will, and send you back to Earth where I will do the rest from there.
Great.
Thank you so much, Sunchipp, for getting the crystal ball back for me.
Anytime, Grantilda. And hey, since you have the ability to contact me when I'm not in Morgensberg, feel free to ring when something else goes wrong.
I sure will do. Dennis? Jen? King Malak wanted me to grant you your Morgensberg abilities.
What?
Sunchipp, look.
I guess they had it in them all along.
Should we let them be for now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, Sunchipp, I guess we can say it was nice helping you out.
It was an honor, sir. And I apologize for the stolen Mountain Dew.
Hey, the dew's on you. I wouldn't mind if one can goes missing.
Liar.
But hey, in a situation like this, who wouldn't want a Mountain Dew?
Turbocharger, apparently.
We saw the guards come by to take Turbocharger away.
Good. At least I know what's going to happen when we get back home. Hey, dude.
Hey there. You looking for who I think you're looking for?
I sure am.
Alright. He's just down the hall, to the left.
Awesome. Thanks. Well, Turbocharger, it's sad to see you end up in prison. But in all honesty, trying to take over both of our worlds would end up causing you to get locked up like this anyway.
This isn't over yet, Sunchipp. Once I find a way to escape from this cell, you will be the first to target down.
Well then, I'll turn into a bionic dragon and find my way to throw you into another lake. And you say we were too weak against you.
Don't mention it.
Looks like someone now is afraid of dragons.
Yup.
Come on, hero. Let's go. Jin's got a surprise for us.
Wow. I guess seeing this does mean something.
Let's face it, little bro, you're this world's hero. And the hero of Morgensberg.
I guess so.
What's wrong, Sunchipp? You don't seem pleased.
I am, don't get me wrong, but do you think showing fame like this is a bit too much?
Sunchipp, you're forgetting I go on tour. Fame is all I know.
Yeah, true, but you want your fame to be known. Me, on the other hand, I kinda just want to be my own separate person.
Yeah, but don't forget about Sam.
I wish I could. My first encounter meeting him was too much of a problem as it is. I have the strangest feeling he's gonna tell everyone about Morgensberg causing both of our worlds to collide and end us all.
Wasn't that Sam guy a scientist, though?
It doesn't really matter if he was a scientist. He was one person who would get on your nerves and distract you from doing what has to be done.
It came!
What came?
My other surprise.
Man, Jin really does want to show you how much he thanks you for saving us.
Yeah, I know. Plus, it's been years since her and I got a chance to see each other.
How many years?
By all I know, ever since this whole Super Sunchipp adventure thing started.
That long, huh?
Unfortunately. All these years, I really did miss her. I really wish she could just stay at the house of Liese and I, that way she could at least be happier.
Sunchipp, that's surprise 3 on her list.
Wait, what?
Jin quit her own band. She thought about what you told her earlier and thought she should be with us instead of being around those abusive band geeks.
There you go, bud.
Thanks, Robin Bob.
Yeah!
Little bro, I think you should turn around.
Whoa, you're joking!
Nope. She's all yours, little bro.
Well, looks like you're back to drumming again.
I'd say. Look, Jen, I heard about what you did. I honestly don't know how much I can thank you for coming back.
Hey, like you said before, something like this shouldn't really be performed with those kinds of people I was with. Now, since I'm back with family, maybe all of us can write and recreate music together.
Just like back in the good old days when we were kids.
Yep, but it took you till 2013 to finally find a good program to use to have some of our songs come to life.
Hey, you know what? Now that you have your equipment out, maybe we could put something together real quick.
Yeah. Come on, Dennis.
Ooh yeah, I'm up for it.
Now we're talking. Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. No, I'll stand my ground. Won't be turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me down, but I stand my ground. And I won't back down.
Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. Stand my ground, and I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
Chasing ashes in the wind when the end of fire begins. Just look to the sun and soon you'll find your aid. Don't fear the demons in the dark. We have a journey to embark. You're never alone, even when light will fade. We are the heroes, never defeated. March to the ending, the story repeated. Together as equals, and I was the same. Live in the present and sing of your name. Shine like a beacon, the light we are after. Here in the fallout, bound in disaster. We're burning with purpose, so here we remain. We're incandescent, a glorious flame. Overcome by this vivid dream. When the odds are what they seem, you've got a friend to watch your back and guide the way. Mistakes that set you back too far, I've set aside just to where you are. I've struggled this way inside your fear. We're strong in numbers, holding back a fate of endless slumber. I wanna stay to keep you strong. Side by side is where we belong. We are the heroes, never defeated. March to the ending, the story repeated. Together as equals, and how we're the same. Live in the present and sing your name. Shine like a beacon, the light we are after. Here in the fallout, found in disaster. We're burning with purpose, and here we remain. We're incandescent, a glorious flame.
Hello.
Hey, are you Sunchipp?
Yeah, that's me. How may I help you?
I so happen to be in the crowd, and I was curious if you and Jen would be interested in helping me with some music.
You know what? Sure.
Sweet! Are you asking for any kind of price?
Nah, music's a hobby of mine. I don't really care about money.
Even better! I have a funny feeling we're going to get along pretty good.